only $75 billion annually, trading with 160 different economies across the world. 130,000 jobs in Canada, $10.5 billion GDP, $22 billion in economic output, $6 billion plus in wages. We're talking about cargo and cruise terminals, shipyards, tugboats, railways, trucks, shipping agents, freight forwarders, suppliers, builders, admin agencies. That doesn't even begin to cover it. And of course, geographically, we're not simply talking about Burrard Inlet or English Bay. We're talking about 600 K of shoreline, Point Roberts, Port Moody, the Fraser River, Pitt Lake, and so on. It is an enormous enterprise. It previously was several organizations. Now it is known as one big group called Port Metro Vancouver, and the man who runs it is Robin Silvester, and he is sitting here with us in the studio. Hi, Robin. Great to see you. President and CEO of Port Metro Vancouver. That's a big honor and a big job.
It is, and it's actually also great fun. It's
Great
a
fun.
really exciting time.
Why is it fun?
It's just
Will this potential shipbuilding contract impact what you do?
That would be an additional benefit for the Lower
Yes.
Mainland. It's very much related to what we do. Seaspan, who are bidding for the contract, of course,
Yes.
the fact that they have a shipyard here
Yes.
is a further attraction to the port from the point of view of a shipping line. We have, just at the moment, in fact, a big cruise ship just finishing a $40 million refit over in Victoria.
That's right, yeah.
And all this sort of activity is the sort of the spin-off activity that happens because Vancouver is this international gateway for marine trade.
So obviously it helps Vancouver, but does it help Port Metro Vancouver?
It does. I mean, it helps Port Metro Vancouver be a more attractive port. Because we have all this full range of services, television, a washing machine. In fact, an interesting story for you, just to give an idea of how far our reach goes. I mean, I was actually in Newfoundland last summer on holiday, and I was in a gas station in Newfoundland, and it had an air conditioner on the wall, and a high air conditioner. And high air, their factory is terminal on the river, the ability to bring sort of cargo, initially probably in barges, but then in tankers potentially, to that terminal. It would have to go through a full environmental review that we would be responsible for as the port. And we would be just as interested in everyone else, but probably more interested than everyone else in making sure that that cargo was handled safely, securely, all the environmental impacts were properly thought through.
Here's Bill McNulty and Harold Steeves and Malcolm Brody, all longtime members of council saying, well, jet fuel barges are approved for South Arm.
Through Vancouver.
Okay.
It's products that Canadians are buying in the Bay and Sears and all these stores. Right across Canada, like I say, even right back to Newfoundland, where I was talking about the air conditioning unit earlier, that came in through Vancouver and ended up in Newfoundland. And when we look at that, we look at the sort of what